Guys, today's video is going to be something different. I'm of course still going to use my John Deere, but we're attempting to repair, I'll show you, privacy gate. You may ask yourself, why do you need a John Deere to help you with this gate? I'm going to show you. All right, this is why we need it. If the gate shuts, it gets hung on this asphalt. It has lifted up about a ½ inch for it to clear. And I'll show you the reason why it won't shut is because erosion, where the water runs down off this hill from the road, comes down, washes to the bottom of my driveway on both sides. You can see how it's eat away at the foundation of that post. I'm going to have to use my tractor to push against the top of this post and try to strengthen that guide wire and see if I can't relieve some of that pressure. Also, I'm going to show you on the box here, get rid of all this stuff. With these, let's see, what's this thing called? Liftmaster Mule or something like that, I can't remember. But anyway, it runs on 12-volt battery that come inside this box, and I'm going to open up the box to make sure I don't have anything wrong in it. But I'm going to show you how to bypass the batteries that were inside this to run it on a 12-volt battery on the outside. It lasts a lot longer. These batteries in here, very expensive. They're the little dry cell batteries that are 12-volt, and there's 2 of them. And it just, they don't last more than 6 months. So we're gonna go to a different battery. That marine battery's been there for years, and I'm tired of buying a $150 battery about every 5 years. And the reason why is I'm not getting enough sunshine on this because of the trees. So I'm gonna have that powering this box, plus I'm gonna have a 12-volt solar cell to power my new battery, where it'll get twice the amount of 12-volt, one for the box and one for the battery. That battery here is controlling the box and the motor and all that, and I'm going to hook it up to where I got one battery that will charge, or one solar cell that will charge this battery while this is operating all the computer program in this box. Okay, I pushed the post back and lifted it up about an inch and a half maybe. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to tighten that guide wire, take the pressure off that post. Aim has come down to help. I'll show you what I got here. I got a anchor that's screwed down into the ground, and a carabiner that has been maxed out. And what I need to do is loosen it and take up the slack, and I should get about 2 to 3 more inches of play out of this line and be able to tighten her up. So I don't like having to come down here about every 6 months to do this. I'm gonna have to get some gravel or something, dump over here, probably some big rock, and try to take care of some of this erosion. Okay guys, I have to take out these 4 Phillips screws that are in each corner, and I'll get right back with you. Okay, we got her unlocked. The screws are still in the holes, by the way. And here are the directions. Oh, about slipped and fell. Okay, as you can see, I got a red wire and a black wire that come out of the bottom of this box. They went up, the batteries were mounted up here, and I took them out. And the 2 main leads that went to the batteries, I strung them back down here and put them on this battery. Well, everything works real good. There's an extra fuse. I don't need to lose that. And everything looks clean inside. I got a little critter problem, but other than that, everything looks good. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this back up and seal her up, and I'll get back with you. Okay, I've moved the tractor out of the way. Now, as you can see, just the camera's showing it that well, there's about a 4-inch lift on the gate now. So that should work for plenty of years. I don't know if I need to concrete this. You guys give me some suggestions. I was thinking about putting more concrete down here and then smoothing it out for a trough so it'll flow down that ditch. You let me know what you think. I'm not real sure. And I thought I'd show you this. The solar pack right here. I'm going to show you. It's just got partial sunlight. And see how many volts it's putting out. Okay, it's 11.7, 11.8, almost, depending on how much shade it's getting, almost 12 volts there. There you go, 12.4. It's good. So I'm going to use that to power up this little battery. It's 300 cold cranking amps. It's nowhere near as good as this battery, but this is a lot more affordable than that. If I have to come down here every year to switch this out or whatever, then so be it. But we're going to remove this one and put that, well, I might just put this one on top of that one. Won't hurt nothing. And let it go at that. Well guys, I got her hooked up. I forgot to hook the solar panel up to the battery whenever I was doing that. And so I went, took it back off, hooked the solar pack up to the battery, and it beeped. The machine beeped. Now I'm going to hit this and go up and get my remote and see if it works. All right, as you can see, I got a little bit of shade on the solar cell right now. But even in the yesterday, we had a overcast day, never got above 55, I believe it was, and I tested that solar panel and it's putting out 11.5 volts, and really small amperage. I don't know what the milliamps were, but let's see if she works. Every time I've had to reset it, it's always slower the first time. All right. It's closed. There she goes. That's about the speed it's supposed to be. So if you got anybody that's got one of these Lift Masters, I've heard them called, what was it, Gate Mule or something like that. I forget what it is, but they're all the same. That's how I plan on keep from buying all these expensive batteries, and I'm gonna see how well this works. If it doesn't, I'll make another video. If it doesn't, just assume that it did work. Usually winter time is the easiest time for this solar cell, the bigger one down there, to keep everything running. Usually late summer and early fall is when I always had problems with the battery getting charged because of all the shade. If I didn't have such back problems, I could figure out how to get that bigger solar cell there and extend the wires on it to another spot that gets sunshine all day long. But then I'll have to go through all these weeds and everything to halfway up the hill there just to get 24 or 12 hours of sunshine. So I'm gonna see how that one does. Usually the bottom of this gate right here gets about 7 or 8 hours of sunshine. That top solar cell there is about half of that because of the shade. So we'll see how that works, and I hope you guys learned something. If you've got one of these things, you don't have to buy those little batteries, those little dry cell batteries that cost a fortune. And you probably buy 2 of those little garden batteries for the price of 1 of those dry cell batteries. But anyway, that's my solution.